Bricks are coming out at all right, aren't they? Cheese butties again.
Cheese butties again. Welcome to the Super League. We've got the voice of Lancashire here tonight with me. It's Mr. Savage. Welcome to the studio, Mike. How are you, friend?
Hello. Even good, yeah? You all right?
Yes, I'm mate. Yeah, looking forward to some great fixtures tonight. Also, only got a few more shows left as well, so that's good news for me on a personal note. Yeah. So we've got some great shows tonight. You're probably going to go last. I've put you on last. Here's the running order for tonight. But we've got some cracking games at the top end of the show. And a pretty poor one to start with. We're going to start with Stackington against Sancte, but it could be a good night for one of those boys. They could put themselves back in the race. This is how the table looks. What are your thoughts on the opening 10 games and what would you expect for the last 16?
I mean, it's still pretty close, isn't it? It's I know there's obviously some better than others, as you'd expect, but even the teams right at the bottom are only a win away from up near us in ninth. So it's not still all to play for.
Yeah, a little run and you are jumping up that table. Any team, like you say, there's obviously some teams that started better than others, but there's nothing to say these teams in the bottom half can't push on for the top six. Yourself, you had a cracking start to the season, didn't you? And then it's kind of gone a little bit off the boil. You've made some more transfers recently. Are you happy with the business you've done, and are you happy with the way the squad's looking for the second half of the season?
Yeah, on the whole, I mean, I've had to lose some big names to bring in a few that I wanted to bring in, but it was a bit of a funny squad to begin with because there wasn't many options at the back. Sort of centre backs that I liked. So it's cost me a bit to get some centre backs in that I actually like. But it's even with a few players out this week, I still like the squad I've been able to put out. So
yeah, you've definitely signed a few that you like, haven't you? As well as obviously the main man Maxim, who got off the mark. The last game was it? He scored.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
It's a team that it's a million miles away from the teams I've had before. So all good.
Right. No further ado. Let's get going. I said we start with Stackington, and we are. They've got your former man at AMC tonight, which is an interesting move for a right-sided player. But I know he's a bit more versatile than that. And Dan is sticking with the same formation. I think it might be a bit of a tactic tweak, but something that he looks like it might work. Yeah, it's good. I think this is a good squad. I love this squad. He's starting to. Me and Dan, I think, got quite similar tastes in players. He's starting to pick up a load of players that I like. The more transfers he does, so yeah, I really like this squad. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, we have a bit of a thing with Dan. Does the players just sound like Dan players? And you've got Volodenkov, Lusanov. It's a Madovicia as well. It sounds like his team as well, doesn't it? So it's
yeah, I think it's shaping up. It's shaping up well for to become a Dan squad if this safe progresses into the next seasons. I think there'll be more of that to come as well. I've got strict instructions with the numbers.
I do wonder if maybe the Madovicia at AMC's because I tried to play him there.
Yeah, well, it's not something I would do personally, but it's something that could well work. I know he's got decent ratings in the centre, I believe, and high versatility, so there's a chance it will work. Duggan is not feeling great, so hopefully he's here. If he's not, then hopefully you feel better soon, mate. He has made some changes to personnel. Bowyer has gone out, and this is his team for tonight. Landon Donovan coming in for his debut. Any thoughts on Landon?
I never really liked him, to be honest. I know he's sort of a bit of a golden child for so many. I know Dan at Gazelles really liked him for a while, didn't he? Is that right? I think that's who had him before.
Yeah, I think Martin really rated him, and I think obviously Martin involved at Gazelles, and then Dan liked him. Oh yeah, but he's he feels like a one and done kind of player for Sancte. I don't think he's a permanent solution for them. But that's the rest of the team. We'll crack on.
See how he gets on.
Yeah, so we're guaranteed a Madovicia goal here, and obviously a Donovan goal as well. The way we've been building that one up. Any predictions for us as we start the game?
Go for a nice 2-2. Go for a Desi.
Vicar in a 2-2. Stackington coming forward early. A yellow card dished out there. 23 minutes gone. No goals. Not much goalmouth action. Another yellow card. I think that was George Atos. Finnan causing havoc. Khan's name's involved. Nothing happened so far. Dyer close, and Dyer does finish it. He gets the goal in 31 minutes. Kieran Dyer has been a little bit quiet. And there's Volodenkov to follow it up. His wide men have started the game strongly at Stackington. Dan's switch to wing backs is paying off dividends. Getting to half time. And it is 2-0 at half time. And it's been a dominant performance from Stackington in that first half. Absolutely nothing coming back from Sancte at this point.
Absolutely nothing there, was there? Absolutely nothing.
And we have Kieran Dyer who looks like he may be on fire now. And the ratings like that. Conditions are also on there, Dan, so have a quick look, mate. And we'll see how you want to go. I won't be taking Lussen Hoff without your permission. And there is Juarez. Juarez is having a bit of a poor game. After starting okay, he's a bit of a risk. He's got good stats, some nice little stats in the right places there, but not one I know very well. So that's Duggan. I don't think Duggan's here. If he isn't, then we'll just roll on. I'll maybe take Spurting off on 60 if it's I'm not going to make any changes just yet. I'm sure if Duggan was here, definitely if Duggan had control of the mouse tonight, I'm sure he'd be dragging a few people around. But I can't see any changes from him. I've not seen his name in the chat.
No, I haven't seen him about.
will roll to 60, and he's got a goal back. Oh, it's disallowed.
Oh.
Inzaghi disallowed on 50 minutes there. And Stackington come back strong again. I'm clicking. It's 2-0. There's been a couple more shots so far. We've got conditions like that. Dan Dyer looks a bit low. Everyone else looks fine. And match ratings are looking like that. I don't know whether if Duggan isn't here, do I make a tactical switch or just save a player on a yellow and a 5 if he's still on a 5?
Yeah. I mean, if it were me, something would have to change.
Yeah,
60
he
minutes.
did say it's up.
Gonna...
He said it's up to me, but I don't want to mess too much.
I mean, that in it, Stackington in itself, I always think it's a bit of a funny performance when you've got 6s and 8s. So whether he's going to be thinking of bringing Hippier off, don't know.
Okay, I'll just have a quick look. Yeah, there's no natural centre back on the bench. I'll leave Juarez on. I could move kind of people around, but I'm going to leave it. Actually, I'll protect Smerton because he's on a yellow and a 6. And McInnes gets a run out. Apart from that,
A bit of Muzzy. Muzzy's been talked up, hasn't he?
yeah, I'll so I'm not gonna meddle too much though, and I'll leave it like that. And we have some instructions from Dan. Diet off for Ramoshenko. Stop it, Madovic. Just protecting that potential injury there, I think. Yeah, potential shin injury.
Then an arrow on Rom to ST.
And an arrow on Rom. Yep, so that's all good for that. And we'll go on to the end. See if that makes any difference. Juarez, who could have come off if Duggan was here, or if I'd have meddled too much, he could have come off, but he scored a goal in 60 minutes. Sets up the end of this game perfectly for the neutral anyway. And Inzaghi scores. Oh my goodness. McInnes might have made the difference here. Apologies to Dan if he's on a 10. 4 minutes added on. Cross, last chance. Looks like they're going to score. They don't score. McInnes gets sent off. Could you write it? I'm just going to do that. Any objections from you?
No.
Seems all right, doesn't it?
It's 95 minutes, isn't it?
And we'll go to the end. Oh, there you go. It would have made a blind bit of difference if I'd have stuck him in goal. 2-2. That's a bit of a shock comeback. That they absolutely did nothing for at least 60 minutes. 3 shots on target. It's a tough one to take if you're the Stackington manager.
Absolute champion, that, isn't it? Absolute champion.
Yeah, and the Desmond was the right call. Yeah, perfectly called by the co-coms tonight. Let's hope that carries on tonight. Yeah, 14 shots to 4, 9 on target to 3. It's a little bit of a robbery, but Duggan will take that. Dan won't be too disheartened because they played well. Romoshenko's not done much off the bench, but if Dyer comes through that without an injury, that's a positive, and the rest of the team's played pretty well there.
Yeah, keeper's let him down, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think it's his 3rd or 4th keeper he's played this season, isn't it? We might see another one soon as well if this carries on. They're conceding goals, and that is a worry. I think that's is that the 25th goal they've conceded. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, that's the stats for Stackington. Take them in, drink them in, Dan. You like numbers. There's so many numbers on that screen. And Derek McInnes, what did he get sent off for? It was a reckless challenge. We went in with 2 feet on Amoroso, and then the final whistle was blown. But yeah, congratulations to Duggan for rescuing a point. I hope if it makes him feel a little bit better when he watches this back. Commiserations to Daniel. Second game. We are not going to full chest haggis because that is absolutely prime time tonight. That is first versus second. We'll say that to near the end. We've got Badgers Sloths next. Yep, this is Badgers. And this is how Badgers line up. Badgers, how are they doing? They are drawing a lot of games. A lot of games. They are yeah, 7 out of 10 so far this season. So they are small percentages of being a very good team, or small percentages of being a very bad team, if you put it that way as well. So, what are your thoughts on Badgers, mate?
I'm not a huge fan of the formation without a centre mid. It just don't feel right without a great big hole in the middle of the pitch.
I'm with you on that one, but I know it's he struggles to get something out of an MC, so people try to play without it, and it can work.
Yeah.
It can work very, very well. I'm with you. I like a midfielder in there.
I mean, whether it comes back to what we were saying the other week, about players getting lower ratings, but doing a job, that's probably a centre mid, isn't it? Not gonna get a good rating, but he's doing something.
Yeah, my prime time comment there. This is, in terms of goals and action, this has been two of the most boring teams. Two are very effective teams, but two of the boring teams of the league, which is so strange to say about a Rob Slough team. But here it is. Zidane plays again. We have, I think there was one change maybe. Oh no, he asked me to just move it around. So I've dragged a defensive midfielder back to defensive midfield. It's not a new tactic file, but it's dragged him back and changed the personnel ever so slightly. And this is his team. This looks like a really functional team, apart from Zidane, who obviously was fucking amazing in real life. Should be pretty good on this game, and he's not. Apart from that, it looks like a very, very good team, a very functional team, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. If anybody, can fix Zidane, it's Alf.
Yeah, I think he's the one that spotted him in the first place, so you're probably right there. And we go to Badgers Sloughs. Predictions for this one, mate. Well, I'll click the kickoff button and you predict away. You got the last one right.
1-0 Badgers.
And it is 1-0 Badgers. Rossini scores after 5 minutes. One of the newer signings. We can call it there if you want. No, Fasto's at it again. He feasts tonight, does Rossini. He's not fasting. 2-0 after 15 minutes. Slough's looking trouble here, but then Penza, he fights back. He's got another goal. He's playing really well. He started the season really strongly. It looks like a good Mpenza. And we know what a good Mpenza can do in this league. It's usually means bad things for the opposition. There was a woodwork shout there as well. I think it was for Sloughs. Zidane tries his luck, but of course it fails. And that is a good game of football there. That's lots of action, lots of shots. 3 goals in the first half. Badgers are on top at the minute, ever so slightly. Really, really good game that so far. What do you reckon? Slough's going to make a comeback here? Is there going to be another comeback tonight?
Oh, there's always chance, isn't there? We Penza and Trezeguet up front as well. So it's pretty even so far, and it could go anywhere.
Your assistant manager is asking Myth or Maestro. He's got the. This is the podcast derby.
Two different. It's two different answers, isn't it? Absolute legend in real life, but absolute maestro, but definitely myth in the game.
Tato's, yeah, I agree. Tato's going to 60. We've got a right. That seems like a really purposeful right from Rob Slough there, and I imagine it will involve dragging a player to the forward line and Zidane maybe getting the chop.
sounds like a sort of a death knell for Zidane, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, they stuck with him for the rest of the season because they signed him during the season. I think, did they? Where's Zidane?
Yeah, there you go. And he's off.
He's gone. Yeah, he played for Fulchester, didn't he? That feels like a lifetime ago, but he has played 3 games for Fulchester. Have we got some movement, have we?
Yeah, Zidane off for Smith. 3 up top, Smith right. Trez left.
Yeah, so I'll leave it like that. Unless a shout for an arrow comes through in the next couple of seconds, I'll leave it as that. That's very much
Yes,
defence and attack, isn't it?
Yeah, he said thanks. Big gap.
Fantastic. Big gap,
And
but
3 up front.
yeah, it's a good three strikers. I think. Well, I wouldn't class Trezeguet as a good striker, but 5 goals in 10 games is definitely a good return.
Can't
So
argue
that is
with
the
results.
changes. Not at all. We'll go to 60 and we'll see what other tactical moves Rob has up his sleeve, if he has any at all. Now he comes to 3 up top, he might be out of ideas. But can the Badgers extend the lead? They look like they're coming forward. Another chance. He should have finished it, I think that said, but he didn't finish it. It's still 2-1. No point in clicking on condition for Badgers, just a habit. And it's a very, very nice looking team performance, that, mate. Look at that. Lots of 8s and 9s. That's perfect for me. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it's unrealistic to expect everyone to play an 8. To have a 10 and a couple of 9s, or 9 and loads of 8s is absolutely brilliant. Interesting to see if Tato blinks here or if he keeps it as is.
I always think his centre back on high numbers means he's got a lot. He's having to do a lot, though, doesn't it?
Maybe so, yeah. And obviously they've overloaded them in that area now. So I think it'll only mean more tackles. So to be honest, if they're having a good game and you got 3 up there, I think you're just going to block them out, in my opinion.
Nicky Butt is not enjoying that DM role, is he?
No, and he's been playing really well. 7.78 rating. A shit ton of tackles. He never looks ace to start with, does he? He never looks brilliant to start with, but he obviously he's got such a good history in the Super League. Yeah, so we've got Giant Cheddar forward into a 2.
Have you got the Zarif or Hosiba?
Yeah, I'll come back to that one. Yeah, I did see it. Cheers, mate. Yeah, so forward, Diag, I presume that means arrow on Van Bommel. So no arrow on, but sorry, I read that out. Jumped ahead there. Yes, that's fine. I think that's right. You know what? I was looking at that butt in the middle, and I thought, is that butt or
But
butt?
what?
Yeah, I think it means
yeah.
Yes, that's fine. Badgers are going Zauri for Estebaria, and that'll do.
Did we have the arrow on butt? Is that intentional?
I put it on, then took it off because I don't think that's what he meant. I was just reading it wrong. I put an arrow. He has done that before. That's why I saw a butt and arrow, but that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. We've got Estebaria on. We have that change, and we'll go to the end. We'll see what happens. It's been a good game so far. Can we have some more drama late on? Badgers look dangerous and they're playing well. I can only see more goals here for Badgers, but who knows? It's a night of kind of. Well, the first game definitely ended a bit of a champing draw. 10 minutes to go, plus stoppages. 1 goal would change the complexion. I mean, Tato's been resigned to draws all season. I bet he's sat there thinking this is definitely going to end in a draw, but will it? And it's a good chance there. I think Trezeguet and Smith were involved. And then a fine save from Serini the other end, and a mistake by Kivu settles the game. 3-1 to the Badgers. It isn't a draw. It's a pretty well-deserved win from Badgers. And I imagine the way those ratings were looking, it'll only be better after that in a second. But yeah, lots of shots on target.
Maybe the scoreline is slightly flattering, though. It's a lot closer than a 3-1 suggests, isn't it?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Shots-wise, definitely. I imagine when we look at the ratings, though, we're going to see lots of 8s, 9s, 10s on this side and not so many on the other.
It's the tackles and headers that's let him down. Really low numbers.
Yeah, very good match there. It looked like Sloths might steal it. I mean, you say steal it, they might deserve something with those kind of shots and stuff. But some great 9s there from Tato. He's got to be loving that. Toldo's redeemed himself a little bit after 2 5s in a row from Francesco Toldo. So he's proven his ability tonight. Rossini with his 3rd and 4th goals for the club. from 4 starts. That's a very, very strong start. Obviously, former Sloths man as well, which is interesting dynamic to that one. And on the other side, we have, like I say, there's a lot of 6s and a 5 there as well. But it's not as impressive from Sloths. So I think the victory was probably deserved from Badgers. 3-1 may have flattered them slightly, but yeah, that's a good game.
Gianni Cheddar showing up again as well,
like he always does. You were the man that revived him after Alf kind of left the league. You were the man left in charge of him, and you showed what he could do still.
Yeah. Good lad.
Vikings Exiles. I know Jens might not be available. I don't think I've seen him, but in terms of quality of game, it's probably down there because we've got some really, really good games to come. So this is the Jens team. He's got a new tactic called redraft, obviously, and this is his team. Sawachinski into centre mid. Guerrero partners him. Bit of a weird kind of dynamic that you've got a DM and you've got an AM that gets injured all the time. It's just a weird balance. No one comes in because Yepes is suspended. Ayala is not trusted anymore after some pretty poor performances. I think Jens has got one of the better squads, or it will be definitely second season. He's got some good young players. What are your thoughts on the Vikings?
Yeah, like you say, if you just look at that team on paper, it's a good team, isn't it? If Anelka starts actually doing bits for Jens, they'll be flying, absolutely flying.
Yeah, and he's got some good players not involved as well. You got like Del Piero, Figo, Petit, Ayala. Like I said, he's probably run out of transfers now because everyone's moved. But if a summer transfer window comes around, he's got a lot of pieces to move around as well. We know that Jens. Yeah, we know that Jens isn't afraid to make a big deal either. He definitely wants to pull a trigger if something's up.
No, fair. No, that's for sure.
Nobody gets number 24. I got a feeling that I can see one right, but I'm obviously set it up, so it must be. And this is the Atletico Exiles team, or Atletico Exiles. It's a slight change to when I was last streaming. We've got Veron in the DM role, but with a diagonal arrow. Some good attacking talent in the team as well. It's a not a bad team. And again, they've got some good players that aren't in the starting 11. You've got the likes of Nedved, Viduka, Nestor on the bench. So yeah, it's lots of things to think about for Fifey, lots of things to play with in the transfer market if it doesn't quite go well this season. Any comments on the Exiles team and the squad?
The faith that's being placed in Etu is
he went out and came back
surprising.
in again. Yeah, he's one of the players. He can bang. He can absolutely go off. I think he's got the ability to kind of score goals and be effective. But I think too many times he's probably failed in the Super League.
I had him. Couldn't really make it work beyond any distinct averageness.
Same here. To be honest, same here. He did all right off the bench, but no, I didn't start him very much. So Vikings versus Exiles. How do you think this one's going to go? I think Larson might score early. What do you think?
Second minute.
And we'll crack on. Larson getting a goal, which he does quite often, but he didn't for Jens. Actually, thinking about it, he played for Jens and he was pretty terrible for Jens, and he went there pretty recently. Something that can't miss over the crossbar there from the Vikings team. That's been the story of their season, not being able to score many goals. And it looks like, here it goes. It's a red card for Frey. And Raquelme's injured at the same time. Do you think he's punched him or something?
Entertain punch up, innit? I've seen it happen. It happen.
It has to be Raquelme off a right, surely. Sorry, Fife, if you're here, I've not seen you yet. If you're here, can you confirm that? I just want to make sure one of my children isn't awake.
Yeah, he's definitely there.
Yeah. Fife is cursing, but I just want your subs if that's all right, mate.
Yeah, right for Rick. He's confirmed that.
Yeah, I'll go with that then. And Jens, I don't think he's here. He gets a chance to change. Not seen him yet, so we'll go to half time.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. It's still a balanced team. Let's go to half time. And Ashley Cole scores from the penalty spot. Vikings look strong. I think they had the better of the first half following that early goal. And they get a deserved equaliser, in my opinion. And there was almost a goal there from Anelka, and Wright was involved. And bloody hell, that's a lot of shots. 13 on target, 8 on target, 13 in total. Exiles started strong, but kind of withered away slightly. And yeah, I think that if Exiles hold on to this point, that'll be a very, very good performance from here. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't see it happening on the stats.
No, Guigu's having a bit of a time. 9, 8, 8, and another 8 so far tonight. He looks like a good player for Fifey. Obviously, he's one he knows and trusts. Yeah, let us know what you want to do, Fifey. I think it's a difficult one, isn't it? It's a difficult one. The game's going against you, but you're holding on. Yeah, I don't know.
He's just not creating enough, is he? Whether he wants to move Veron up to MC centre, gooey.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. I don't think you can really go much more defensive, but also you can't just open it up because already they're under pressure. This is where the manager has to earn his money, I'm afraid.
I think he's just having a chat with Jesus by the looks of it.
Yeah, and as Ross points out, he won't help you 5 feet. Very fair comment. What would it say in the scriptures? I think Angel Gabriel would come on if it was down to Jesus. What do you think?
I think it's Angel Nesta. Angel Nesta for Etu.
Yeah, you got to be tempted to go defensive. I think that's probably what I'd do. And we have some movement. So Nesta for Eto. We're on to CM. We go to DM. Nesta centre back. Centralised Larson. I'll leave the arrow off unless you correct that, Fifey. But yeah, that's a sensible move in my opinion. You kind of plug that gap a little bit. Ferdinand is potentially a great DM. I kind of agree with the shout. He's got I think he's got nearly. He's got 14 for defensive midfield on the in the positional abilities. So he's very, very nearly a DDMC. I don't think Jens is here. Jens is at the footy tonight. We looked a very lively game. He sent some videos through earlier, and it looks like a right game. Lots of atmosphere there. I wonder if there's any atmosphere like that at the Valhalla. There might be if they get another goal. Very quickly through to 60 minutes. And I'm not going to dwell on the Vikings. And for Exiles, again, you've got a chance to make any more changes, but I would suggest 5 feet. I would leave it. That 15 minutes flew by, and a point would be pretty damn good from here on out.
I mean, Tristan's playing pretty poorly, isn't he? Is it just worth throwing fresh legs on?
Yeah, and even maybe Nedved on the left just to add a bit more threat, maybe for Coco. I think he could do that role if you wanted him to. But yeah, I agree. Oh, he can only do one, can't he? So yeah, one or the other. Batistuta could be coming on, like you say, which would be a decent shout. He's not had a good start to life, the 32-year-old, but we know what a player he could be. He's just never really done it in the Super League, which is a shame because I think he's brilliant.
There you go. Batistuta for Larson. 2 up top. Batigol left.
You're seeing his comments slightly before me, but yeah, it's just come through. Small low. So yeah, it's a change up for Exiles. They were holding on pretty well there. Let's see if that pays off. Will it result in a goal for either team? We'll go to the end. No sign of Jens. Will he be delighted when he watches this back, or will he be throwing his laptop against the wall? We have some pressure from the Vikings. They look like they might be causing some threat to that goal now. But here come Exiles again. The black and red Devils kit have passed. We saw a lot of flashing black and red text back in the day when it was the Devils. Could Fife do it again with this Exiles away kit? And we have a goal, a late goal, and it won't count. Guerrero goal is ruled out. Anelka was offside. Will it be an even bigger sucker punch here for Jens? Maybe not. It's a chance late on. Corner ball and final whistle. And that is a wobbly.
It is, but what a performance to keep that draw.
Yeah, we know
Keepers.
what Jens's reaction will be to that. It will be
Keeper
fuck
played
off.
a blinder.
Yeah, I've not seen 21 got shots for a long time in the Super League. It does happen rarely. Fifey will obviously take that. Another decent match from Shout from Mega Horse. Very good point. Some away point. I agree. Tato with a sarcastic comment aimed towards Maxim's former manager there. But Anelka isn't bad either, Tato. Anelka isn't bad either.
All similar to Anelka. I mean, if you look at his stats, though, for Anelka, 7 and 4. You know, it's good stats. He's just been undone by a very good keeper performance.
He's a very good player. We know him well, myself and you.
Ricky Wright on a 9.
Exactly. Yeah, Richard Wright's probably made the difference. I mean, he must have saved about 10 shots in that second half. I don't know, a lot of shots anyway. Very, very active. Unlucky not to get man of the match. Cafu's got it on an 8. You think Ricky Wright deserves that after coming on and saving the points for Exiles. But yeah, that's another good game. Jens will be frustrated to hell. But it doesn't really matter because it's a point. Dudley Hill are up next. They are the home team against Los Santos. We have one change. Back drops out of the squad actually. No, drops to the bench, sorry, and Keane comes in after Keane came on and scored in the last game. Comandini's had a good start to his life with a Dudley shirt, and he leads the line. And the rest is as it was last time out, where they won 2-1 against Exiles. Los Santos have to make a change because Nakata was suspended, so Vogel comes back in. I believe he might have been suspended last game. Bergkamp continues at AMC behind Shevchenko and Vasiliuk, who is scoring lots and lots of goals. The best I've seen him in the league so far in my time watching and playing. Yeah, this is going to be a game, this one.
Steve's captain on the bench.
Yeah, Steve, I didn't bother asking. Steve's a let the game pick kind of guy, so we let the pick, and it's picked Montero. Yeah, predictions for this one, Mike.
1-0 Dudley Hill after 4 minutes.
Robbie Keane. Robbie fucking Keane is doing lots of little somersaults and pistols to the crowd. He scored 2 in 20 minutes against a fellow Leeds fan, and Roy Mackay gets one disallowed. That would have been 3-0. I don't know what Jens is saying in the chat there. I'll let someone else try and translate that. But there's another called Pat Satsoglu. I love Pat Satsoglu, me. That's the best Dudley Hill first half performance we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, for a long time.
Long time. Los Santos didn't do much at all. Yeah, Jens is drunk, which we all love. 4 shots, 4 on target, 3 goals. Very, very clinical stuff from Dudley. And these things, what goes around comes around and all that. We've had a Dudley Hill that had been a bit blunt and on the worst end of lots of tight games. So it only makes sense that would change and their luck would turn around as such. That's a very solid set of ratings from Dudley first half. Lots of tackles won, as Edwards is pointing out, and the Nazis from Steve, which makes complete sense.
Sylvester on a 5.
Yeah, he's got some good centre backs at the club, and Sylvester keeps playing. He's not been in the best of form. Yeah, and then you've got Bergkamp, who, he's not done much in the league. Obviously, did a lot in the last save that got deleted. But is he the answer long term? Definitely not long term anyway. But he's there. I'm not seeing Hodgie. Not seeing Hodgie in the chat. So yeah, this is how you looked, Hodgie. Just if you're curious, Dudley Hill's gone as is.
I think he is about, isn't he? Is he?
I've not noticed.
I've seen him just pop up somewhere.
I've seen his name, but I've not seen him personally. Yeah. We'll go to 60, and you can make some changes at 60. And 15 minutes, 10 minutes flew by very quickly. And another 10 went quickly. 65 minutes gone. Dudley Hill is still in control. These are conditions and these are your ratings, Steve. Unless you want to give someone a run out, I think you leave it, don't you, Mike? You don't mess around too much unless you want to see a couple of players on the pitch, maybe.
No, you're 3-0 up. Don't do a stay and unpick your own team. He's just he has just left it. Thank
that makes sense, Steve. In terms of Los Santos, they're having a bit of a poor time tonight. I've not seen kind of ratings as bad as that for a while, actually. It can happen, though. It can happen to the best of us. Raul in centre mid's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think basically, if you've got a good attack-minded centre mid, hit Hodgie up in the DMs, because I'm pretty sure he'll give you them for one of his DMs.
I'm not quite sure what you'd change there, really.
Jens is asking who scored. It was Ashley Cole penalty. Failed to capitalise on the sending off. Right. Yeah, we'll go then. Dudley stay as is, and we'll go to the end. Be hoping for no injuries or sending off. See if you Dudley now. See it out to the end. And a bit of a cherry on the top there. Kai scores. Raul had one disallowed. Guy gets yellow carded. And Dudley Hill win 4-0, which is not something we say very often.
And look at that as well. Absolute result, that.
Yeah, I mean we've seen 2 teams tonight have kind of shots in the teens and not win or not win as convincingly as that. It's obviously a bit of luck involved in terms of the amount of shots that go in, but Los Santos provided nothing going forward. A bit of a shit performance from them. Robbie Keane. I mean, Robbie Keane, he was on the chopping block last week. Steve was offering him out, and I said I'm interested, but I'm not paying the price that you want, Steve. And he's gone and scored 2 goals and 1 goal last week.
The unpayable price just doubled, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean the price was pretty high anyway, but yeah, definitely won't be paying it now. Yeah, and people like Montero turning up after a pretty poor start would be good news for Steve. But yeah, congratulations to Steve.
2 goals and an assist. Can't argue with that, can you?
No, hard lines for Hodgie. The Bergkamp kind of run. May get another week or not, I don't know. Yeah, there's things to do for Hodgie. I think he might have to do some of them transfers that he's not too keen on, and get some new players in maybe.
Sell me, Bartes.
And well, is Schmeichel available? Is he? Is Schmeichel available?
No, Bartes would be second choice.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we'll go Burn East Coast next. We have your game and the Haggis Fulchester one, which is the kind of headline game of the night. So we'll go to Burn next, and this is the Burn team. Fiore comes back in. Scholes and Totti swap over, which could be an absolute masterstroke in my opinion. And obviously, what can you say about this Burn team? Very strong team. They've had a couple of dodgy results, so hopefully we can capitalise on that tonight. But they were sitting pretty at the top for a week or two, and they've got a very good squad. I think. Yeah, I mean, you're a former Burn employee yourself. Any kind of kind words to say about, well, any harsh words to say about Ian Edwards?
All the kind words. Got my first proper taste of the league at Burn.
Yeah,
Ian's
good at doing that. Yeah, he's good at doing that for the friendlies and stuff. He was keen to get Paul involved as well, Teflon Don. But we skipped the friendlies this year as well. But yeah, it's a very good idea to get people involved, especially for those kind of friendly games and the cup games and stuff.
Yeah, a bit of a shame not this year, isn't it? But it is what it is. It had its reasons, isn't it?
Yeah,
so yeah, all good.
We had enough messing around kind of end of last season and the pre-season to kind of, we just wanted to get back into it as soon as possible. Myself, I have Zay Elias suspended, who's been absolutely amazing, averaging over 7 tackles a game. He's been absolutely solid. So I imagine, well, I know that's a downgrade on that. Apart from that, I've added an arrow, and we'll see how that goes. Trying to get Stanic into the box a bit more because he's not scored as many goals as I want him to. But yeah, that's the Cosmos team. Still work in progress. Good luck to Ian, and we'll see how this goes.
6-1 Burn win.
Maybe so, mate. Maybe so. And there's the first of the 6. Ortega scores on 6 minutes. Yeah, he's a good player, Ortega. And it's all Burn so far. All Burn. But there's a penalty and a red card. Gigi Buffon has gone. He's walked. He's got an early bath. And we have some decisions to make, Ian. You have to change something. And as is won't cut it here, Ian.
That's ballsy, that though, to go as is now.
I think the game, I think it automatically puts someone in goal, so we would have somebody in goal. I don't know who, but we'd have somebody in goal. Yeah. So yeah, red card. It's probably change the game.
Fiore, maybe. Keep the attacking options on.
Yeah, you could. I think it'd be Scholes or Fiore, and you'll be dropping Totti back, I imagine. That's what I envisage, but we will see. Trying to figure out if the noises are anything for me to be concerned about or not. My missus had gone out. I think she's back, maybe. If she's not, then someone else is in the house, and I would be worried. Then we might have a live.
If they appear behind you, we'll do the old "he's behind you" type deal.
Might be some live manslaughter or a murder going on.
Very apt for a Burn game, isn't it? Really.
I've just messaged her and she says she's not here, so just give me a second. If I'm not back in a minute, call 911.
Can do. Might take them a while to get there. So, how about that weather?
She is back, the little cunt. Oh dear. Right, we've got to change a few skulls off for us to. Totty back in the skulls roll. Yeah, so that's right, isn't it? Skulls for us to. Totty back in the skulls roll. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I won't be making any changes. And we'll see what happens here. I think it should be Pizarro on the pens, and he scored 26 minutes in. And we will see if that makes a massive difference in terms of the match, because it was Burn before that who was in trouble, I thought. So if we were to edge this one from now, I think we'd got a lucky escape. And there you go. Ortega scored anyway. Wow. Ortega's
It's the best
stat.
Ortega we've ever seen.
I don't think it's the best, no, but he's not bad, is he? He's not bad at all. In terms of stats, it's been all Burn. The penalty was the shot on target, and we're struggling a little bit. In terms of Northern Burn, I imagine it will be an as-is from here. That's been a good response to going down to 10 men.
Yeah, he is. As is, please. So just yourself. What's happening to Bazza there?
No, he doesn't like whatever I've done with him, does he? I'm not taking him off. Don't feel like that'd be the right call.
No, I'll probably agree with you on that.
I'm going to shake things up a bit and do that. I might as well, because I feel like if I just click continue, Savit's just gonna gonna roll through.
Nothing's gonna change, is it?
And we'll go to 60. I'll see if Jack's can make a difference. He's been a bit of a spark for me in recent times. Centre mid's not his role, but I'm sure he can do an okay job there. But it's still Northern Burn looking strong. It's 60 minutes gone past, and I've clicked the tactics button. And Mike Duff has scored. Taibbi was totally stranded. And what a performance this is from Burn. A bit of a statement win here with 10 men.
Well, what can you do with them? What can you do with them ratings?
Well, I imagine there won't be anything to be done here. In terms of myself, Hussein will come on. There's not much point.
No yellows to protect, have you? Nothing to save as such.
No, I'll push on and see if I can get a goal. Maybe one goal will follow a second. But yeah, there's no point in bringing Mendes to Silva on, is there? I think that's as attacking as I'll ever go.
Longer arrows on your mids. That'd be a bit far for him.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. See if that makes a difference. Got another as-is from Edwards. Yeah, this is a shit performance from us. We'll see if I can rescue anything there from improbability. It's more likely to concede more, though, in my opinion. 83 minutes gone. No goal mouth action to talk of. Added time approaching. And the final whistle goes. And yeah, Northern Burn. I've had some shots, but Northern Burn were absolutely class there. Congratulations to Ian.
It was a fairly even game, though.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter when you've conceded 3 and scored 1, and that 1 was a penalty as well.
No.
Ortega's been absolutely amazing there. 10 rating, 2 goals, and an assist. Mike Duff, one of the CMO 102 legends, which really he really stands up in the Super League, doesn't he? He don't even look very good, does he? But he's so fucking good.
Just like some of them. There's a few players like that, isn't there?
There is.
I just seem to get to grips with, for me, playing this game. No numbers, but
Yeah.
all the stats.
Rustu, another keeper off the bench that gets a 9. Very good performance from him. Taibbi 5 explains it a little bit, makes a bit of sense of it. And the rest is pretty damn average. Nothing really happening off the bench either. So yeah, congratulations to Ian. Should we do your game now, or should we do the game now?
Yeah, put us on next because it's not a big game, is it? So the others
Not as such, no, not as such. Yeah, we've got a little nipple tweak from Smuts. So he's taken Dan's tactic and he's tweaked it for himself. Headlines are Daniel Anderson retains his place in defensive midfield and Vieira comes in centre mid. Beyond that, it's pretty similar. And Red Rose Stanley, yourself, you look like this. You've got the backwards arrow on that centre mid. And the front two are Shearer and Segalco. Yeah, I like it.
I don't know why I did that. Somewhat a bit different, but yeah, right.
You've got David suspended, so you might have kind of panicked a bit. Your rocking centre midfield was unavailable, so you...
just everybody get behind the ball. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and we will go to kick off. That's 29 for Good Johnson. And we've got Foss Road Unicorns hosting Stanley, and I won't ask you to predict. Good luck to both managers. We'll see if some more goals. There are more goals. We had lots of kind of action tonight. Shearer gets an early goal. He's got his right palm up in the air, and he's running away to the corner flag. 29 minutes gone, 30 minutes gone. So Roberto trying to get things going for Foss Road. But Stanley holds strong. Nearly half time now. 3 minutes added on. Will there be another goal late on? Rui Costa's involved. There was a fine save in there. And it's a penalty. It was a harsh decision, and Rivaldo scored it. We'll see what that harsh decision was for there. A penalty was awarded. Yellow card to Schmeichel. So in one sense, you're unlucky, Mike, because it says it looked harsh, but in another sense, you're lucky because he's still on the pitch. And a very even first half.
Very even. What can you do? What can you do when referee don't like you?
Yeah. What's his name tonight? It's Rob Eady. I don't know what you've done to Rob Eady to annoy him, but he's not a massive Stanley fan by the looks of it.
Nah, he's a bellend.
There's your stats, Smuts. Good to have you back on sub, Smuts. Hope your weekend was okay as it could have been. Yeah, and yourself, mate. This is how yours looks, and you have some pretty poor outfield performances in the whole. But nothing to worry about.
No, it's Segalco's got another assist there, hasn't he? Willie Sagnol. That's fucking atrocious.
That's really bad, that, yeah.
That's bad. That is bad. He might be coming off at 60, I think. Nothing for now, though, for me.
Cool. Let's give Smuts a little bit more time. Yeah, I know. There's a bit of pressure from your assistant manager to play Samuel, was that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's entirely him. Yeah.
Yeah, throw him under the bus. Throw him under the school bus.
Double decker.
Yeah. If that stays like that, then I imagine he'll be coming to you tomorrow morning with his tail between his legs.
No, it was a suggestion, but I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have played him if I didn't think there were anything in it.
And another as is. So we've got two 2 no changes. Is that right? Yeah. I was looking in the chat there. You
Yeah,
sat next. Oh, DiBiaggio's gone. So it's probably a good job you didn't.
That's
make
what I
a
need. Another
sub.
DM missing.
You've got a chance of
I think
dropping the Costa
Yeah.
back, maybe.
I think swap Good Johnson and DiBiaggio around. I think I'll have to move Costa back to MC, bring Mido on for DiBiaggio.
Yeah, keep the
forward
arrow.
No, I'll take the arrow off Costa and give it to Mido. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that looks a lot more Super League-y. Whether it'll make a difference in terms of the match, we will see. And we'll go to 60. Saviola scored, so it did make a difference, not in the positive way. Saviola's got his goal after 52 minutes. And we get to 59-ish. And Foss Road are looking strong. They scored his 4th goal of the season, Saviola, so he's doing pretty well. Not particularly a lone striker, is he? But he's doing a good job there.
Yeah, you look at all the 8s in that. You can almost see it coming, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't argue with the performance.
I'll let you have a quick look at conditions, which look okay. And ratings, you've got Willie and Joey on a 6. Gary Neville has not done much wrong in general, so he might stay on, I imagine.
Just have a shufty at. Can you have a quick shufty at the team? My team stats while Smuts is pondering.
This one, yeah.
Fuck, Willie Sagnol. Yeah, he's got to come off. Yeah, I think as Dan suggested earlier, Willie for Philly.
The cheesesteak is on. Any more changes?
Put a forward arrow on Costa. Yeah, that's that. That's it for me.
And I've got an as-is, but I think that was the previous as-is, so I'll wait a sec.
And I think that was a new one. Oh no, you're right. Vieira back into DM, right of Anderson.
He's shutting to shop.
Heskey
for Danielson.
Yeah.
Danielson on an 8 will be disappointed. And up left of Saviola. Yeah,
Yep.
that looks right. So Emil gets another chance to shine, as he has done fairly often in the recent times. And Franca scores. 16 minutes gone now, and he does take a 3-1 lead. Vivado Central was covered, no worries, Smuts. And yeah, it's a game that you look like you're going to lose. Stanley got no fight towards the end. We have an injury, which is unfortunate when you're kind of cruising. Don't know. I don't know what he's going to do here. Smuts doesn't strike me as a one at the back kind of man. Vieira to fill in for 4 minutes, maybe. But yeah, in general, it's that's a good performance from Foss Road, who looked to have picked things up recently.
We see Roberto on a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just waiting for
Liverani, Anderson at DF.
I presume means defender, DF, DC. We'll go to the end. I think that's right. it's not going to make a difference anyway. Franco scores 4th in the 90th minute. Second goal for Franco. He's 3rd for the club.
Horrible.
Horrible performance. Horrible night for the people in the studio. A 4-1 result, which was thoroughly deserved from Foss Road there.
Absolutely. Yeah, can't fault it, can you?
No, Zeriberto with 3 assists, which is fantastic. He's doing what he's paid to do, which
Good
is
game,
to sling it in.
Good game. For
Lots of
you.
9s as well.
Yeah, fucking awful.
Lots of
game
9s.
for me.
Lots of 9s in there from key players. Yeah, very, very good performance.
Yeah.
A bit similar to mine earlier. You got kind of an 8 and then not much else happening. Schmeichel's managed to get his 7 though, despite conceding 4. If you want to look at the bright side of life.
Scally were just hacking him to bits, wasn't he? To no avail.
Yeah, lots of action from Scallywag, but only kind of just over 50% successful.
I'll have to have a look at it. I'm not quite sure what's by that right back. I'm not quite sure what's gone wrong there, really. But,
no.
That's the game.
You can analyse away in the morning or later tonight, or in your dreams, maybe when you're thinking about it subconsciously.
I doubt that very much. I'll maybe Saturday morning.
New contract offered for Gennaro. I didn't spot that earlier. Yeah, so we've got the headline game of the night. This is the big one. This is first v second. Haggis have been a bit of an unstoppable runaway train of late. Goals galore, looking really, really strong. And Fulchester quietly gone about the business, just picking up points and points and points, always scoring, and looking dangerous following that first game of the season, which was a bit of a freak game. Yeah, how do you feel now compared to how you felt after that night?
I think the game. I genuinely think the game just decided. Oh, we've messed up here. We've messed up here. These shouldn't be scoring anything. Let's put a stop on that.
And we have Crespo back, but he's on the bench because Constantino has been doing really, really well. And obviously the formation is working. I think Donny comes in as well. And his centre backs he's looking a bit lighter at centre back. He's got his 3rd and 4th choice centre backs in tonight. So that would be a worrying sign if you're coming up against Vieira and Ruud van Nistelrooy in the form that they're in. We'll see if they can hold out against the informed boys. And this is the Haggis team. Still the piss flaps formation. And yeah, just looks good. I mean, I've commented on the lack of kind of depth, but you've got Robert who's just come back from injury. Perez who can kind of move around. Yeah, they've got some decent players, and you cannot argue with that form, can you? Look at that. What's that?
No.
14 goals in the last 3 games. It's been mental, really. I've not seen form like that, to be honest, in the league in terms of goals scored. So yeah, good luck to both managers.
Yeah, they're doing something with the tactics, I guess. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, if you want to poach their assistant manager, I'm sure he's up for hire. He's not the main man. Maybe you can get him involved in Stanley at the end of the season, maybe. And Fulchester Haggis, this is going to be a barnstormer. Surely this can't be a 0-0. There've been good games tonight.
5-5.
5-5. I would take that. That'd be a good one to commentate on.
High scoring draw.
Yeah, still lots of goals in the league. It's I'm not sure if Swan has put out any updates recently, but it seems like it's been a high scoring start to the season in general. And Fulchester break the deadlock early here. Robin scores after 26 minutes. I think there was a shout of a penalty just after that as well. And getting towards half time, and it is half time. And Fulchester have looked good value for that. They've stopped the Haggis juggernauts up top so far. Their makeshift backline of Vialli and Baldini is holding up so far and looks pretty good. Robin, who has been very, very good so far, with his 6th for the season, which is very, very good numbers from someone who's been playing in attacking midfield. Yeah, good performance from Fulchester so far. I think Hoppo's on subs. I don't know if Chris McLaughlin, Maka is still here, so if he wants to take over, that is up to him. As long as I don't get mixed messages from the two of you. And Kowenka's keeping them in it. The keeper is on a 9. Without him, it would have been more by the looks of it. And beyond that, it's not been a good performance so far.
Oh, there's a lot of nasty 6s in there, isn't there?
Nasty 6s and 7s. Yeah, you hear Maka? Let's not know what you want to do, mate. Maka is on them. So
Not
Maka.
sure I'd change anything.
We've got a sort of Rude and Shagger shout. That's it till 60.
Same for Fulchester as well. Rolls for 60.
Let's go then. Let's go. Let's get finished at some point before quarter. This has been a problem tonight. Too many red cards. I've been a bit slower than usual. My usual pace. We have a red card, which could change the game. Haggis will get a chance to make a change as well in a moment. 1 minute into second half, and we have a red for Prutton. Emre must be coming on here. Oh, and we've got a train signal shout now. So who knows what's happening with subs. Not what you want when you want to get off the stream, but we'll hope it comes through quickly.
Just centralised, Donny.
I'll come back to that in a sec. And yeah, just go for you want to carry on or move someone. If it's looks like it might be Ian on subs tonight. Now we've got Mac and telling Hoppo what to do. So do I wait for Hoppo to confirm that, or does...
Yeah, he has confirmed it now. So yeah, Haggis are rolling as well.
Cool, thank you. MA4 Ronaldo, 4 across the middle. Yeah, just let us know what you want to do here. If you want to centralise and arrow, if you, or do you want to leave it quickly, just confirm Hoppo. I think you probably got the better signal, mate. So, and a change confirmed for 60 already. Haggis are going as is. Cheers, Ian. Thank you very much for that.
Leave forwards as is for Fulchester.
We'll go to 60 minutes then. Can Haggis fight back? They've got 10 men to play against now, and there's Del Vecchio. Dida didn't move. Big goal from Del Vecchio. I think he scored off the bench last week as well, but who didn't score for Haggis? And we get to 60 minutes, and we have Crespo is on the pitch. Crespo's back. After his lightning start to the season, he got injured. Missed a good few game weeks now. Oh yeah, sorry, that was leave forwards as it came through before, didn't it? Yeah, Crespo looks like twice the player Constantino does, but Constantino has been a very, very good replacement for him while he's been off. So I'll make that change, and then I'll wait to see if there's anything else that comes through.
Shift Const and Rob over to be asymmetric.
I mean, Constantino's just left the pitch, so I'll move Crespo across in a second. Yeah, and let us know if you want to do anything. Robert AMC Central. Cool. I'll do that now while I remember. Swap Rude and Vieri back. Some madness in the subs for this game. Now we've got a cryptic message which suggests that. What do you think?
I'm not quite. I don't know Oyer is. I'm not familiar with that term.
No, me neither. I'm just going to leave it there and just sit in silence until someone gives me some clear instructions. Spot-o. It's spot-o, so I presume that's the thing that it means is spot-o. I've swapped Vieri and Van Nistelrooy over, so we'll go to the end. If that's not spot-o, then I apologise, but we go to the end and there might be some late drama here. 1-1. The score is going into the final seconds of the game. Will there be a late goal? And no, there won't be. So Finalson's gone. The Prutton red card kind of stopped Fulchester in the tracks. They look pretty good, but Haggis don't fail to score ever these days, and they got the goal back. And slightly harsh on Fulchester, but Haggis will be delighted to get an away point.
Yeah, they held on. They held on, didn't they, for it? But that's all you've got to do. That's all you've got to do.
Aye, indeed. I think they'll be happy with that, and I think Fulchester will be happy considering the red card and other stuff. Centre backs missing and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a good performance from Robin, and the rest of the team's done pretty well. Dida continues his fine form. He's got an 8-7-8-8, or so 8-7-8-9-9, and another 8. I swapped him for a backup left winger, which is was my move of the transfer window before the season started.
You don't know, though. You never know, do you? You never know. You never know who's going to perform.
Yeah, Solari's made, I think, 1 sub appearance so far. Dida is one of the best keepers in the league. And there's the Haggis stats as well. Cuenca was the key guy for Haggis. And yeah, he's made a very, very good start to life in the Super League. Well, Haggis have seemed to be lucky with keepers for a while now. They had a Vesterveld that was amazing, and now Cuenca's taken on that role. Not big names, but they're definitely doing the business for the Haggis boys. Yeah, and that's it. That's the final game of the night. There's your set of results. Lots of goals. Only Los Santos failing to score. Lots of home wins and draws, which has kind of been the how it's gone so far in the league. Just looking at that home table, you got a lot of teams picking up points at home and away as well. There's not so many wins. There's a few away wins, but not many.
2 points away all season for us. 2.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? And that's how the league look. Haggis remain top. They got that very, very good point for them at the end there. 27 goals scored, madness. Fulchester looking strong on second. Burn were superb tonight. They stay in third. There's a bit of a gap opening up to the rest of the pack. Foss Road are topping that pack now. They've come out of nowhere. They have really shot up in the last 2-3 game weeks. They are on form. Sloths in 5th, Badgers 6th. East Coast drop out to 7th. And the rest of the table looks like that. No one's lost touch yet. You've still got lots of teams in touching distance of the middle pack.
Yeah, it's all still to play for. But for us, we're dropping off, which is concerning.
Very concerning. Yeah, I feel the same way. It feels like some spark has gone from my team, and when you get that feeling, it usually ends badly, doesn't it? These are the fixtures for Sunday with Steve. Yourself, Mike, you travel to Dudley, which is a great, nice trip. Lots of cider, and lots of cider on tap.
Yeah, that's what I needed. An away game against a team that's just played an absolute worldie. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I've got an away game as well against the team that just played. I had a second to do tonight. They drew, didn't they? That's right. They went 2-0 early. Yeah, tough away one for me as well. Yeah, some good games there as well. Steve on Sunday. I don't know if comms is available. If you're free on Sunday night, offer your services anyway, just to make things easier. And we will look at some player stats for the geeks in the stream. Zeriberto leading the way. He's been sublime. recently.
As who've we got best keeper in the league at the moment?
Keepers, yeah, Cuenca's the best keeper. Peter Schmeichel's the 4th best keeper in the league. That must make you smile.
Yeah, I might stop using him now, to maintain the high rating, because he's had two poor, really poor results. So he might be gone.
Yeah, goal scorers and Penza and Vieri lead the way. Yeah, that's the drugged up crew, isn't it? Assists. Roberto leads the way. Not surprising after he's free tonight. Petkoff on DMC has been really good in that. He must be taking corners as well or something, because 6 assists is mad. Perez, your boy, he's doing really well this season as well. He's leading. He's in 3rd place.
Perez.
Tackles per game, Nicky Butt, Zale, yes. I missed him badly tonight. Can't wait to get him back in my team next week. Dribbles per game. Giggs on 5.7 dribbles per game is pretty damn unheard of in this league. I've not seen that before. That's amazing. So Roberto, Ortega, Mendieta in the top 4 or 5. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to go into any more. That's the table. There's the fixtures. Cheers for coming on, Savage. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you answering the call. And cheers to the guys in the chat as well. Been an enjoyable show. Just 4 more to go for me, boys, and then walk off into the sunset as East Coast manager. Over and out. Ladies.